to all the spooks out there. I'm Ange,
And I'm Amanda.
and this is Spine Chilling Chats. If this is your first time joining us, welcome.
Hello.
Don't worry, the ghosts are friendly most of the time. If this isn't your first time, welcome back. Clearly, you enjoy living on the edge.
Yes.
It's all you.
Ready? You ready?
Let's do
Okay.
it.
Well, since the surprise kind of got ruined last week, I won't, I won't
tease us anymore.
Yeah. I mean, not that it's a big deal. It's not. But it kind of goes along with what Ange was saying. So my guy is along with the Halloween theme murder, like Halloween night murder. And his name is Ronald Clark O'Brien. He was born October 19th, 1944. He was also known.
He had a October birthday anyways.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
So he's doubly fitting for this month.
He was also known as the Candyman and the man who killed Halloween and the pixy stick killer.
Yeah.
Ronald lived with his wife in Deer Park, Texas, with their daughter and their son, Timothy and Elizabeth. He was an optician at Texas State Optical in Sharpstown, Houston. He was also a deacon at the Second Baptist Church, and he sang in the choir. He ran a local bus program, but I didn't see anything on his early life except that he was born in Houston, Texas. Story goes that on October 31st, 1974, so Halloween night, obviously, it was drizzling and Ronald took his two children trick-or-treating in Pasadena, Texas, with his neighbor Jim Bates and his two children. They were trick-or-treating and they came up to a house and nobody answered the door. So he told the kids and Jim to go ahead,
Mm-hmm.
and he was going to stay behind. He caught up after a little bit and he had 5 21-inch pixy sticks, which he said that he got from the house that nobody answered at. So when they were all done trick-or-treating and the neighbors were getting ready to go home, he gave the neighbors' kids 2 pixie sticks and he gave one to his daughter and one to his son. And then he also gave one to a 10-year-old boy from his church.
Okay.
So before bed, his son asked if he could eat some candy. And Ronald said that Timothy, the son, showed him the pixie stick. He ate some of it and said that it tasted bitter. So Ronald gave him some Kool-Aid to wash it down. Yeah. But aren't pixie sticks bitter anyway?
No, aren't they like sour?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, to me, that's bitter. But I guess, yeah. So yeah, he gave him some Kool-Aid to wash it down. Timothy began to complain of a stomach ache and he ran to the bathroom. And once he was in the bathroom, he began vomiting and convulsing. Ronald said that he comforted Timothy, and while he was doing that, Timothy went limp in his arms. Ronald rushed him to the hospital, but on the way there, he died. And that was within less than an hour of consuming the candy. So.
This kind of irritates me because, I know the story.
Yeah.
So how could you do that to your own baby?
I don't know. Like, why do these people do that to their own kids anyway?
Well, and okay, you're going to involve your own children, but then you're going to involve your neighbor's kids too.
And a boy from your church? Yeah.
And you're a deacon at this church? Like, you're a piece of shit.
Yep. I agree. So, because Timothy died from poison, Halloween candy, everybody in his neighborhood and the city were scared. Parents in the city and in the surrounding cities handed their candy into the police, thinking that it was filled with poison. The police didn't think that Ronald was a suspect until his son's autopsy said that the pixie stick was laced with fatal dose of potassium cyanide.
Okay, so it's cyanide and not arsenic.
Yeah. Isn't cyanide arsenic? Is it
no,
cyanide?
They're two different.
Are they two different things? Mm-hmm. See, I sound like an idiot. That's all right.
No, you don't. We're not chemists over here.
That's true. But you knew the difference. The medical examiner said that he smelled the scent of almonds coming from the boy's mouth, which is a telltale sign of poisoning. Did you know that?
A cyanide.
Yeah. Of cyanide poisoning? You knew that you would have a scent
it smells like almond. Yeah.
Huh. They got 4 of the 5 pixie sticks back. The 5th one was from the kid at the church, and they found it with him in bed, so he was sleeping with it in his bed. But it was not open because he couldn't get it open.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Can you imagine his parents? They probably like,
Right, thank God.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Once they opened the pixie stick, the top 2 inches were refilled with cyanide powder and then stapled back shut. The pathologist tested the pixie stick and said that the one Timothy ate had enough cyanide in it to kill 2 adults, while the other 4 are contained enough to kill 2 or 3 grown men. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Ronald told the police that he didn't remember what house he had got them from, and then the police became suspicious.
Yeah.
You would think. They only went trick-or-treating on 2 streets, and it had been raining. So, they didn't go to a lot of houses, so how can you not remember?
Right.
And you stayed behind and said you got them from the house that didn't answer. And if you're only talking about one house that didn't answer, then obviously you should remember what house you got them from.
Well, yeah, and then they're going to remember which one didn't answer. The
Right.
kids and then your neighbor that went with you.
Yep.
Or your friend that went with you.
The suspicion increased because none of the homes that were visited gave out pixie sticks. And they walked the neighborhood 3 times, and Ronald led them to a home that didn't answer the door. And then he said that he went back there before catching up with the group, and the homeowner did not turn on the lights, but did crack the door and handed out 5 pixie sticks.
And how convenient.
Right.
5.
Right. 5. Like, I'm not giving out 5 pieces of candy if I don't see
To
you.
one person, yeah.
Right. No, thank you. I'm saving that candy because that's something I could be eating after Halloween. He did say he saw the man's arm, and he described it as hairy. I mean, aren't most men's arms hairy?
Yeah, that's a very generic description.
Yeah.
Well,
The homeowner,
my arm is hairy.
I
Like,
keep getting told I'd have really soft arms. Oh, look at that bruise.
by who? Who's telling you you've got soft arms?
A lot of people have. Do you remember Tony from Lowe's?
Yes.
He would always tell me I had really soft arms. Don't ask
He
me
was
how
a
he touched
creeper.
it the first time,
He
but
was a creeper anyway, so.
well, yeah, but I don't remember why he even touched my arm. But
Because he's a creeper.
he said I have really, really soft arms, and I was like, okay, I'll take it. The homeowner's name was Courtney Melvin, and he was an air traffic control at William P. Hobby Airport. And he didn't get home until 11 p.m. on Halloween night, so they ruled him out as a suspect. As the police continued their investigation on Ronald, they found a piece of adding machine tape, which he wrote down all of his bills and debt on, that equaled the amount that he would be getting from the life insurance. So it's like one of those
like the
math
calculator.
machines with the,
Yeah.
They saw that he was over $100,000 in debt, which is equivalent to $620,000 in 2023. And he had a history of unable to hold a job. 10 years before the crime, he had held 21 jobs, but he was fired for negligence and fraudulent behavior. 21 in 10 years.
What are you doing, dude?
Fraudulent behavior and negligence. And that was at the time of his arrest, like all that
That's
was
2 a
found
year.
out. Yeah. Yeah. He was suspected of theft at his job at the Texas State Optical and was close to being fired. He only brought home $150 weekly, in which that barely covered food and rent. It didn't say how much that would equal in 2023. His car was going to be repossessed. He had defaulted on several loans, and his home had been foreclosed on. They discovered that Ronald had taken a life insurance policy during months preceding Timothy's death. The insurance policies were taken out in the amount of $10,000, which is $61,728 in 2023, of the life insurance on his children that was in January of 1974. 1 month before his son's death, he took out another $20,000 life insurance policy, which is equivalent to $123,600 in 2023. Both of the children, again, even though the life insurance company agency did not want them, the policies were approximately $60,000, which is equivalent to $370,700 in 2023.
That's a
So the
lot
life
on
insurance
kids.
people did not want him to take out the policy. The mother of his children did not know about the life insurance policy. So they didn't know, she didn't know about it. And the life insurance people were like, oh, we don't suggest you do that.
Yeah, that's a
But
lot for kids. Like usually for
I
kids'
think
life insurance, they do like what, 10 or 15
10,
grand?
I think Lowe's, Jesus. I think Notre Dame does 10 for kids.
Yeah, it's something really low.
Yeah. They learned also that the morning after his son's death that Ronald had called the insurance company to inquire about collecting the insurance money. So the dumbass visited a chemical supply store in Houston a little bit before Halloween in 1974, inquiring about cyanide with several chemical companies.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Joking, joking,
Mm-hmm.
jokingly asked, how much would it take to kill a person? But he left without buying anything because he could only purchase 5 pounds. And that was the smallest amount you could purchase. But like, what an idiot. You're going to kill your kids with cyanide. People are going to know if you're coming in to a chemical company
Asking about
asking for cyanide.
cyanide. And then how much does that take to kill somebody? Her
Yeah.
idiot.
Yeah. The police began to suspect him about lacing the candies with poison to kill his children and collect the life insurance money. They also think that he gave other people's kids poison candy to cover up all of this, which
Yeah, so it
doesn't
doesn't
surprise
look so
me.
suspicious, just his kids had the poison.
Yeah.
But if it's the candy you specifically handed them from a house that they didn't go to, I
Right.
mean, that's pretty suspicious anyways.
Right. I don't get it. Like, I guess, like, I don't have their logic of thinking, but people like that think they're not going to get caught. Like, they do these dumb things that are just the most common sense things that you should not be doing if you're going to commit murder. Maybe I watch too many murder shows. I
Yeah,
don't know.
maybe maybe
But
we have.
it's just something that you don't do. You don't buy it online. You don't go into the chemical company asking about cyanide and then asking how much it's going to take to kill a person, even though I'm joking. You don't do those things because that's how you get caught.
Yeah.
Idiots. They found a pocket knife in his home with candy residue on it. That's how they thought the candy might have been contaminated. But he always maintained his innocence. After
Mhm.
failing a polygraph, he was arrested on November 5th, 1974, and charged with Timothy's murder, even though they never found out when or where he bought the poison. He was indicted on the account of murder and 4 counts of attempted murder. So at least he got attempted murder, not like negligence or anything like that. So that's good. Of course, he pled not guilty on all 5 accounts. His trial began on May 5th, 1975. There was a chemist who was acquainted with Ronald that testified that Ronald got a hold of him asking about cyanide and how much would be fatal if it was also to be consumed. A chemical supply salesman who said that Ronald contacted him, so this is a different person, a chemical salesperson, said that Ronald contacted him and asked how to purchase the cyanide. Some of his friends and coworkers testified that before his son's death, he showed unusual interest in cyanide and spoke about how much it would take to kill a person. His brother and sister-in-law testified that on the day of his son's funeral, he was talking about how he was going to use the money from his life insurance to take a long vacation and buy other stuff during the trial. Like, okay, you're doing this because you're in debt, but you're gonna fucking
Go on
go
a
on
vacation
vacation and buy stuff that don't. What was your purpose then?
at at the funeral of your child?
Yep. At the funeral and during the trial.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like any normal human being, let alone a parent, would be a fucking mess after
Oh,
losing
yeah.
their child.
But he's over
You're
there.
going to be uh, buried under blankets in your bed for weeks. Okay, you're not going to want to go anywhere or see anybody or do anything or buy anything.
Well, and like, you're walking around like it's no big deal. You fucking killed your children for money.
How is the wife during all of this? Did it go into any of that? Like,
No, but she does testify. So this is what she said. His wife also said that Timothy did not choose the pixie stick, saying that Ronald had forced him to choose it. There have been many urban legends surrounding this incident, like the mad poisoner who handed out Halloween candy laced with poison, or needles in candy, or candy apples with razor blades inserted into them. These stories have been told despite the fact of there no documentation of strangers poisoning Halloween candy. The case got national attention, and that's how it was dubbed the Candyman. My thing is this took place in 74. But yours took place in 73, and that's when they were talking about it.
yeah, well, there might have been something else, another, story.
That's true.
They didn't mention his name specifically, just, that it was a concern.
Okay.
Candy being tainted.
I mean,
I'm sure
but
he's
how
not the first.
often do you see a dad poisoning his children on Halloween with candy? That can't be that common.
Yeah. Well,
Unless like yours did take place in 73, however, they could have overlapped. Like the stories could have overlapped at some point in all that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no, because this is a full year after.
Oh yeah, because yours
she
was on Halloween as
Halloween.
well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
And
maybe
that
the
was,
stories didn't come out till a year later.
but the whole reason they had the pumpkin place
Oh, it was because of that.
because of all
That's right.
the
Razor
news
blades and
of
needles and
yeah.
poison.
But again, there might have been another case somewhere else of
Could have been.
some child somewhere, or it might have all just been an urban legend, and he heard it and was like, that's a good idea.
Right, maybe. Okay. On June 3rd, 1975, it took the jury 46 minutes to find him guilty of murder and 4 counts of attempted murder. They took 71 minutes to send him to death by electrocution. And a little bit after he received his conviction, his wife filed for divorce. And she remarried. Her new husband adopted their daughter, Elizabeth. So apparently they didn't really say how she felt about all of it, but obviously she was not happy.
Yeah, I would imagine not.
Back in that time, the men who were sentenced to death under the Texas law were held in the Ellis 1 unit near Huntsville, Texas. According to Reverend Carol Pickett, the form of chaplain who worked at the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, Ronald was shunned and despised by his fellow death row inmates for killing his child and was absolutely friendless. They petitioned to hold an organized demonstration on Ronald's execution date to express their hatred for him.
Yeah.
As they should. And
They don't like the killers.
well, and you're going right, and you're going to jail for murder. You're not there to make friends. Like, I mean, I guess you should probably make friends in jail so you don't get raped and murdered, or beat up. But like, in all honesty, fuck that. I'm not there to make friends. I'm going to sit in my cell. I'm going to read. I'm going to draw. I'm going to do something. Not acquaint myself with anybody. His first execution date was set for August 8th, 1980. His attorney successfully petitioned for a stay of execution. So they had to postpone that. The second one was May 25th, 1982, was when he was supposed to be executed. But that was also postponed because Judge Michael McFadden scheduled a third execution date of October 31st, 1982. So Halloween, which would have been awesome. And that was the 8th anniversary of the crime. He also offered to personally drive to the death chamber, like the judge offered to personally drive him to the execution chamber. He was supposed to have been the first one in Texas to be executed by lethal injection, but that would later go to Charles Brooks Jr., which I don't know who that is. I should have looked it up, but I don't know who that was.
Yeah, I was curious when you said by electrocution. I was like, Man, they were still doing electrocution?
Yeah, he
Like
was supposed to be the first one by lethal injection.
injection? Okay.
Mhm.
So that started in the late
80s.
70s, 80s.
Yeah. The Supreme Court delayed the date again to give Ronald a chance to pursue an appeal to seek a new trial. So the fourth date was scheduled for March 31st, 1984. His lawyer, again, said that it was a state of execution on the basis that the lethal injection was a cruel and unusual punishment. So he didn't want to do it because he objected to it because it was cruel and unusual. So on March 28th, the federal judge rejected the request for March 31st. On 1984, shortly after midnight, he was executed by lethal injection at the Huntsville unit. This was his last meal. It consisted of a T-bone steak, medium to well done,
Ew.
French fries with ketchup.
Medium to well done.
Yeah.
You're gonna ruin a steak like that.
Oh, I wouldn't eat it bloody.
Medium rare.
Ugh.
If you're gonna eat a steak, eat it. Eat it medium
Eat it
rare.
bloody.
Yeah.
Whole kernel corn, sweet peas, lettuce and tomato salad with egg and French dressing, iced tea, sweetener, saltines, Boston cream pie, and rolls.
Saltines? For his salad, maybe? Why wouldn't you get croutons?
I don't know.
It's your
It
last
was
fucking
back in
meal.
the
Go
80s. Right?
out, man.
Go, you get whatever you want. So his last words were, and I quote, "What is about to transpire in a few moments is wrong. However, we as human beings do make mistakes and errors. This execution is one of those wrongs, yet doesn't mean our whole system of justice is wrong. Therefore, I would forgive all who have taken part in any way in my death. Also, to anyone I have offended in any way during my 39 years, I pray and ask for your forgiveness, just as I forgive anyone who offended me in any way. And I pray and ask God's forgiveness for all of us, respectively, as human beings. To my loved ones, I extend my undying love to those close to me. I know in your hearts I love you one and all. God bless you all, and may God's best blessings be always. Yours, Ronald C. O'Brien. P.S. During my time here, I have been treated well by all TDC personnel." Like, P.S. By the way,
PSS.
did you hear my dog sneeze?
Oh, I thought that was Ezra.
No, it was Winston sneezing right when I said God bless you. And I was like, oh, that's hilarious. So there were over about 300 demonstrators gathered outside during his execution who were cheering on, saying trick or treat. Others showed anti-death penalty demonstrators with candy. Or showered, sorry, with candy.
You know what he should have got for his last meal?
What?
A singular pixie stick on a plate.
Yes.
Wouldn't that have been poetic?
Yes. Yeah.
Missed opportunities.
Man, that sucks. That would have been awesome. He was buried in Forest Park East Cemetery in Webster, Texas. His son is buried in Forest Park Lawndale Cemetery in Houston. So here's some stuff about his legacy. His nicknames are the Man Who Killed Halloween and the Candyman. Here's why they think he chose Halloween and poison to carry out his murders. It is thought that he was aware of urban legends about Halloween poisoners, cynically assumed that his use of cyanide laced candy would deflect the suspicion from him to some anonymous boogeyman. David Scowl, culture expert on Halloween and author of Fright Favorites 31 Movies to Haunt Your Halloween and Beyond. That's who said that it was thought that he was aware that it was an urban legend.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I got. It's like, I don't know, maybe I just put Halloween on a pedestal, but it's like, people see it as like this evil thing. And to me, it's a time to celebrate, you know?
I was raised that way. I
To
was
have it
raised with
be
it
evil.
where it was evil. I was
Well,
raised
yeah.
Seventh-day Adventist, so we did not participate in Halloween whatsoever. My parents,
It's
which
a pagan holiday.
yeah, which I might have mentioned this in the first episode, I don't remember, but they would have me, like, we had these videos that went over the history of Halloween and how it was a pagan and how, they would take animals and children to do sacrifices and stuff like that, like try to scare you into not wanting to do Halloween.
Really? I don't remember you
Yeah.
saying that. I don't even remember this story at all.
Oh, no, yeah, I didn't say it. Yeah. In fact, my parents probably still have those VHSs if anybody's got a VCR.
Well, if anybody wants to scare their children,
Yeah.
Ange can hook you up.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
crazy.
it's so Halloween is what you make of it.
Exactly.
If you give it that evil connotation, then yeah, it's gonna have that. If you think of it as a fun holiday to dress up as your favorite character and go get free candy,
Free candy
then fuck yeah, that's what it is.
or
Like,
have a party.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Just don't make sense to me. Like,
yeah,
why do
yeah.
they got to make it evil and kill people on Halloween? Like,
Ruin
are
the
there
holiday.
Christmas murders?
I'm sure there are.
There probably is. But
Yeah.
like,
Dress
yeah.
up as Krampus.
Oh, Krampus. Yeah, maybe. Did you see that new movie coming out? The red one or whatever? Code Red or Red one? Santa Claus gets kidnapped, and then the Rock is his main elf, and he has to go rescue him, and he gets into one of those slap fights with Krampus. Like the Krampus is.
Have you ever seen Santa's Sleigh?
Like
it's
a movie?
It's a Class C horror movie. It's
No.
horrible. It's got the wrestler Goldberg in it. He plays Santa.
Oh gosh, okay.
And he just goes on a murdering rampage, and it's just ridiculous all around.
I've not.
Yeah, watch it. It's funny. It's funny. It's
I'm
horrible.
gonna have to watch it, especially now. Like
Yeah.
it's Halloween and it's a horror movie, and it doubles as a Christmas movie.
But yeah, Robbie and I, we watched Thanksgiving.
I didn't watch that yet.
Yeah.
It's on my list to watch.
Yeah, it's funny. It's bad, but it's funny.
Is it bad?
Not it. It's like cheesy.
Cheesy?
Bad. Yeah, like it's intentionally bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's not like bad because it just sucks. It's bad because they intentionally made it bad.
Okay, that makes sense then, because I thought it would be cheesy too.
Well, yeah, because it's based off of. Robbie, you said it was off of Grindhouse. It was a fake trailer in Grindhouse, and so they make it an actual movie.
How could I miss that? Huh? I like Grindhouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have. Like why people kill on fucking Halloween when it's a fun and happy holiday. And and your own children.
Yeah, I don't understand
with candy, something good. Like
yeah, how do you take something good like that and just ruin it, taint
right,
it forever?
Tainted forever. Nobody wants to eat pixy sticks now because of that dude. Well, I don't like pixy sticks anyway.
I do.
Do you?
I do.
I don't know. I just don't like them. I just think, like I said, I think they're bitter. They're sour. I'm not a big sour person.
No.
So, okay.
Different strokes for different folks.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm a Reese's.
Okay.
Give me all the Reese's and all the Twizzlers.
I'm not big on Reese's.
And all the dots.
And see, I like the taste of dots, but I don't like how they stick in my teeth.
Well, no, but they're still really good.
Give me gummy bears.
See, I think gummy bears are too chewy that you don't really even chew them. They're just rubber, and then you swallow them.
And I like Laffy Taffy.
Oh, my favorite.
Especially the banana.
Banana. Yes. Banana is my favorite. You know they sell Laffy Taffy all banana.
You can get anything.
Well, I know, but like I just saw that. Like I didn't know they did that.
I'm sure you can buy anything if you look hard enough.
Yeah, Amazon for everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he should have did. He should have just fucking ordered it through Amazon.
Yeah. They didn't have it yet.
No,
in
not yet.
74.
Right. So yeah, that's my guy. That's the asshole that I covered, killing his children with Halloween candy on Halloween. Like, do better, guys. Do better.
All right. And I guess since I spoiled your episode last week, I'll spoil my own for next week.
Okay.
And we're going to be doing a paranormal games that you can play for Halloween. So come back and check us out for that one too.
Yes. It's gonna be fun.
If you guys have played any paranormal games, send them in. If you have any
Let us know.
stories,
Yeah, let us know how it went.
If you have any glitches in the Matrix, any I fucked a fairy story, send them in. We want to hear it all.
Yeah, like anything. Ghost stories, serial killers, not even just regular killers.
If you have any local
folklore, murder cases,
send them to us. We'd like to research them and see what we can find.
Anything history on Michigan or whatever, like any history.
Paranormal, strange stuff. Let us know what you want us to research and we'll do it.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Send them in to spine chilling chats podcast at gmail.com, or you can go onto our website www.spine-chillingchatspodcast.com, and there's a link there that you can send as an email without using your own personal email. We can omit your name, change it, whatever. Just let us know.
Find us on Instagram and Facebook, YouTube now, obviously, so you can see us, and TikTok.
Yep.
Which we're trying, guys. We're not tech savvy, and we're trying to get this stinking TikTok shop.
The TikTok shop is just, it's too hard. It's too hard.
We're trying. But we do have merchandise on our website. Yeah. So go to the website and buy some merch. It's really fucking cool.
And you can get it in time for Halloween still.
Yeah. So like t-shirts, koozies for your beer when you go to a Halloween party.
Or sit around the bonfire this fall season.
Yeah. Like tons of stuff.
We got hoodies.
Cups, mugs.
Yeah.
T-shirts, tank tops. Coffee. We have coffee. Yeah.
All the warm and cozy stuff, okay? It's fall. Buy it up.
Yes. Do it. But yeah.
All right, guys.
That's all we got.
We appreciate you coming. We hope you come back. We hope you had fun with us. We have fun doing this.
Yes, we do.
And most importantly, we hope you keep it
spooky.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.